everyone, if you're like me, I'm always looking for a great side dish to make when I'm serving meat. Well, I have the perfect go-to roasted herb potatoes. Roasted potatoes are the best. They're also delicious and easy. That's coming up next on Cooking Made Easy with June, brought to you by Macy's, the happy shopping store in Spanish Fork. Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking Made Easy with June, and I'm so excited to do this simple yet delicious dish. You know, a lot of the reasons why I do these basic recipes is my kids, you know, I wrote a Thai cookbook, but my kids love to, sometimes they'll say, well, Mom, how do you make that again? Or, you know, so I said, well, just go look on the cooking show, because at the end there's a recipe. So, but this roasted potatoes are, I love it. It's a go-to, it's delicious. You could eat it all year round with your, you know, grilled chicken in the summer or barbecue ribs. In the winter, you could just add it with anything. So now my take on roasted potatoes, first of all, I don't love to peel potatoes. Who does, right? But if you have time to peel potatoes, you could use regular potatoes. You could use the yellow golden potatoes. So like I said, the russet potatoes, any kind of potatoes. However, my take that I love is I just get a bag of mixed potatoes of different colors, and it's perfect. Now this time I have the yellow potatoes, and I also have these little red ones. Now I know these little red ones are already bite-sized, but I still like to cut it in half. So I'm just gonna start doing that. So I'm just gonna grab randomly, but these ones are bigger. So I would say that we cut bite-sized potatoes, right? So we just cut the bite-sized potatoes, and while you're cutting, also what you need to do is start your water to boil, and I just fill it up with water and salt. Again, the salt with the lid cover, it helps the water to boil more quicker. No, that's more quickly. Sometimes I notice myself, I'm a school teacher and I should not have grammatical errors, but I do. Anyways, all right, so then we have, so this is why I love these, because you don't have to peel it. And you don't have to think too hard, just cut them up into little bite-sized recipes, in little bite-sized pieces. So now again, there's different ways to do roast potatoes. Some people just roast it like without having to boil it first. But the reason why I like to boil it first is because that way it won't be in the oven for too long. And so I'm gonna tell you about a make-ahead recipe, make-ahead method with these potatoes. So every Sunday I cook for the family. And so my family has grown. Now we have in-laws, we've got a grandbaby and another one coming. And we love to have any friends that don't have a place to go, and I love to have everyone over for Sunday. So you guys are welcome too. So if you have nowhere to go, just come over. Anyway, but then it's Sunday, and we have church and we have all these things. So I don't like to make anything too hard, yet at the same time, your Sunday dinner should be a little bit special, right? Because that's when you have friends over, or that's like a special meal. But this herby roast potato is awesome. So I like to do things a little bit ahead sometimes, if you can. So when it's time to eat, about an hour before, you can put it together. So here's the make-ahead recipe. You cut up all these potatoes, and then we're going to boil them for about 5 or 6 minutes. And then you are going to drain them, and I can talk more about that too. So drain them and then toss it with what we're gonna do next. After you boil it, is you're gonna toss them with all your spices and butter and olive oil. And then you're going to go ahead and put it in a airtight container and serve it. And put it in the fridge, and then about 30 minutes before you warm up your oven, throw it in there and for about 15-20 minutes and see how, and that's it. So it's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna cut this in a little bit, but since for the sake of time, I'm going to show you. Now this is my take. My original take on this is I love sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. So I'm going to, even though it's a savory thing, but it's going to be so amazing. In fact, one of our cameramen, he's new, Mr. Chris, was telling us that he found a recipe that it was like mashed sweet potato. No wait, what did he say? oh, I like sweet mashed potatoes and with saltine crackers. I'm like, what? Sweet mashed potatoes and they dip it in saltine crackers? Anyway, it turns out to be mashed sweet potatoes. So, so then I say, oh, okay, if that's the case, then I like that. So anyway, sweet potatoes go with a lot of things. So you want to take a couple sweet potatoes and mix it, not as many, and you don't have to, but I love it. So you just cut also the sweet potato into a bite-sized situation. Okay. Again, not have to be perfect, something like that. One day, I guess I should say I'm a professional chef, but I'm not really. You know how some chefs have those knife sets? I keep thinking, maybe I need to get me some. But then guess what? I'll lose the cover, I'll lose this and that. So I like to just have one go-to knife, honestly, and maybe a small one for like fruit and things like that. So anyway, so just, I'm gonna cut that for the rest of you in a minute, but that's all you do. And then you, again, and you cut, and see how pretty this is? You cut some of those red potatoes in there, like that. Okay, so, all right, so I got the water boiling. I'm going to take a little break. We're going to finish cutting the potatoes. Oh, there's a peeling in there. And then I'm going to put it into the boiling pot. So I'm gonna take a little break, and when you come back, we're gonna take it out and then season it, okay? So don't go away. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, I was just saying, we're gonna start, and then I'd say, where's my knife? It's okay, I got it. All right, well, welcome back to the show. So I've been boiling the potatoes for about 4 or 5 minutes because I was, you know how it was boiling, then I put potatoes in. Then you have to wait for it to boil again, but while it's boiling, it's cooking, see? So it's almost finished. So I'm gonna let it do, what I do to check the tenderness is I just take the fork and I just take a piece of potato. And it doesn't have to be perfectly whatever, like all the potatoes cook a little differently. But see, like this one, it's still a little bit hard, so I'm gonna put everything back in. So just a couple more minutes. While it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and mince my lovely, I love garlic and everything. And some of you may have a similar recipe, but I just wanted to show my kids. Mom, how do you make the roasted potatoes? Well, here it is. So we just mince the garlic. So it's easy, but I always go back to think, oh my gosh, I would rather make Thai food. I know not everybody loves Thai food. My husband from Alabama, he likes Thai food. He doesn't love it, so he doesn't want it every day. But to me, American food is so much more time consuming. Like you're making this as a side. And then you have grill your meat, and you've got, or you make, like for example, fried chicken. I keep saying I should make fried chicken on the show, but it's like, oh my goodness, I'll have to get an air fryer. But you have to fry the chicken, peel the potatoes, mash potatoes, do the vegetables, make the biscuits. And all those recipes are separately on my show. But I'm like, oh my gosh. But the Thai food, like for example, stir fry or curry, you just chop, throw it together and you're done. Oh wait, this is coming over, so I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Okay, so that's almost done. But anyways, I wish you were here to smell all these herbs, especially the garlic. And it's so good for you. I'm just gonna do a couple more. A little goes a long way, but a lot is amazing for these potatoes. So about 5 pounds of potatoes is what I did. And now this is a fun time where you can play with this a little bit. If you don't have the herbs, if you just want to do garlic and salt and pepper with butter and olive oil, that's okay too. The must-haves for this roasted potatoes are the butter and the salt and pepper and the garlic. Those are the must-haves. But all the extra things, yeah, that garlic is not great, but it'll be fine. So all the extra things like these, the thyme I happen to have, and it's amazing. That just makes me happy just to smell it for a second. Aromatherapy, right? And that's the thyme, and this is the rosemary. Rosemary bushes are beautiful. Like you could have them in the front even if you don't use them. I've been to like condos or Airbnbs where they have like these little tiny rosemary bushes, and you can put them in your scrambled eggs and anything. It's amazing. Of course, and of course your sauces and things like spaghetti, Italian sauces. or these roasted potatoes. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this into my big pan that I'm going to put the potatoes in, right? And I can hear the potatoes almost ready. So I have my melted butter to the side. I'm going to go ahead and just separate the rosemary leaves. And honestly, if you want to if you're in a hurry, you can just throw in the stem, and then you can just take it out, you know, like when you pull the potatoes out. Actually, they're really beautiful if you want to just throw the whole stem in. So, you know, you can eyeball it, but it's about a tablespoon or so of the rosemary leaves. Some people like to chop it, but I mean, just for me to separate them like this, I can smell it already. It's amazing. Okay, so there's some rosemary leaves. Oh, smells so good. I love it. You know, you could infuse these herbs, cooking herbs into, people do it, you know, into cosmetics and lotions and bath bombs. It's so lovely. But I guess if you do it in a bath bomb and you get into the hot bath water, you're gonna smell like roast potatoes. Just kidding. Just don't put garlic in it. I was thinking, oh, I wonder if I can learn how to make natural lotions. I mean, my goodness. I just wish there's got to be a way, but one day that we can like just smell while you're watching. You know what I mean? You could see the steam. You can smell it. One day, someone has got to come up with something that you can smell through the TV. There's got to be a way. So think about it. I mean, I heard on the news this morning that let me do a little bit more. That they found some worlds that out there that may be able to have water and grow plants. Isn't that cool? Anyways, so, all right, I wish you guys could smell this. If you get some sticks in there, it's okay too, because it's just, we can just take it out. All right, so I've got some herby stuff, and I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to put right here for now. I'm going to go ahead and check the potatoes. I'm pretty sure it's finished by now, okay? So the reason why we cook this ahead, to me, is best because then that way, you cook it on the high oven, and then you're just more like, oh, that's perfect, see? Now, sweet potatoes, the way to pick sweet potatoes, I love to get the organic ones up. For some reason, the organic sweet potatoes are amazing and naturally sweetened by itself. And so, are the best. Okay, I'm going to drain this. Can't see it right here because, all right. Woo! Wish you guys could see that, but no. All right, so move this over here. I'm gonna put a little bit of the last potato in there. And I'm going to bring over my strained potatoes. Okay, like I said earlier in the show, okay, so I'm just gonna go dump it in there. Ah, isn't that beautiful? And you can see the steam. Love it, love cooking. And I hope you love it too. So earlier I said at this point, I'll just go ahead and put everything in here while it's hot, and that little beep back there is because my oven is preset. Okay, so while it's boiling, go ahead and preheat your oven to 450. So I put some melted butter, a half a cup, and also a quarter cup of olive oil, so approximately, well, I guess I'll measure it. So about a quarter cup, I mean, honestly, more or less is okay. But some people like it more. And you can, of course, add more butter if you'd like. But I like a little mixture of a little bit of olive oil with the butter, because then it doesn't get too like kind of gooey. And the olive oil tends to make it more separated, and you can smell it. Okay, so I have that. Oh, yes, and then salt and pepper. Again, you can, so I'm going to say, it's on my recipe, about a teaspoon to start off with. And then you can add more after you roast it, so that way you're not going to make it too salty. So about a half teaspoon of black pepper. Some people would like to use white pepper. I think it's a little bit more mild. I love black pepper. And I think black pepper makes it look so good too. Oh my goodness. Amazing. So at this point, you can put it in a large container, let it cool down, put the lid on the side and let it completely cool. Then you put the lid on, and then you can refrigerate it overnight or whatever, a couple days even. And then about 30 minutes before you roast it, you can just take it out, throw it on the parchment pan, and I'm gonna show you it now. I'm not gonna refrigerate it, so, and then bake it. And of course, you just check it and start out with 15, oh, here it is, 15 or 20 minutes. I love this big pan, oh my gosh. Everyone needs to get a big pan like this. And I put parchment paper to help to be easier to clean. Okay, I'm gonna, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I'm just going to use a spatula and get all the herbs and butter and olive oil into this pan. You guys, this makes me so happy. Look at this, beautiful. I wish you could smell it. I'm just going to take this and just going to spread it out. So if you like it crispier, of course you would make sure, if you want to make more than this, I never have leftovers. I make a ton, and this is about 5 pounds of potatoes, and it's not enough for my family. Maybe we usually have 8 or 9 per Sunday, and so we never have leftovers. I love leftovers, so you can even make more. Now, of course, you don't. If you double or make more, you would need to use 2 pans and use 2 ovens, or one at a time, or convection bake or something like that. Okay, so. But yeah, make sure it's one level because you want it to be a little crispy. And even if it's even separated more, you'll have more crispy edges, but this is gonna be perfect. Oh, you guys, smell that. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the oven at 450 preheated, and about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how long it takes to be crispy, okay? So take a break, come back, we're gonna have it all ready for you. Welcome back. Okay, so, you know, I didn't have a guest today, but I'm going to have someone come and try potatoes because he's a wimp with spicy food, Thai food. So this is roasted potatoes. So we have Mr. Station Manager, whatever, I don't know his title, Mr. Peter, the pumpkin eater and potato eater. No?
Pumpkin eater, huh?
What's wrong with
You
pumpkin
had to
eater?
go there, didn't you?
I love pumpkin.
Well, I kind of
What's
like...
wrong with being a pumpkin eater?
No,
It's not negative.
I don't know where this is going at all.
So Pete, you're
Yes.
a station manager.
Well, yeah.
That's awesome. I'm so grateful that you allowed me to have this show. I really love.
Let me tell you, when June came to me and said, I want to be on that show, I have to be on that show, she brought me Thai food as part of the interview.
That's the right.
And that's all it took. I was sold right there. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
we're gonna have to. Anyway, so to do that, I don't finish my sentence sometimes. So I know I'm not gonna let you compare. I'm not gonna ask you to compare my potatoes with your family potatoes because
Okay.
that would not be good, right?
Nope. I like food from all over,
yeah.
so that's okay.
Okay, so I just want you to taste it and just, I don't know, just for fun, right?
Sure.
So it's broiling, so here's the thing. So after you bake it, see there's the beeper, I decide to broil the top a little bit because I like mine a little crispier.
So that's
So you
happening
high
right over
broil
there.
it for a couple minutes. So that's the timer. And
Oh,
you
they
need-
look
Woo!
good too. Look at those.
Yeah, and so the timer, so you guys have to put a timer when you broil because you're gonna burn it, especially if it's bread or potatoes.
Look at that. I mean, I love the color. I mean, you've got not just one type of potato going on here. You've got all kinds of things happening. Oh, and it smells so good.
I know.
I would touch it, but I don't think I dare do that right now.
Does this smell like your home one? I'm not gonna go there. No, but just the smell.
Well,
have
see,
you,
and,
have
and
you
we
had
don't
it?
and we don't use sweet potatoes, and so this will be a little bit of a treat for me.
Okay, okay, good.
Actually,
so,
I don't typically eat sweet potatoes,
yeah.
so
So I love, now it's very hot, so I'm gonna get you a fork.
yeah, I'm just smelling right now.
We're
It
just
smells
gonna do
great.
a little fork
Smells
taste.
great.
So can you see all the herbs? Have you ever
Oh,
tried?
yeah.
Have you tried it with rosemary and thyme before?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, that's okay.
I don't know. I guess we could try it now. It's
When
very
you're as
hot.
old as I am, you've had a lot of different things before. So
I don't want to. Okay, now. So here's the thing. It's very hot.
yeah.
So we can try two different potatoes. There's the golden, which is going to be a creamier, and there's a red. So this is why I like a medley of potatoes. So I'm going to find a little piece so I can cool sooner than not.
I'm going to go for the golden first.
Okay, yeah. That's
But
a
I'm
good
going
idea.
to let it cool off because you know me, I don't like hot food. Oh,
Oh
that means
my
spicy hot. Yeah.
goodness. He is so bad. Like he is a. I'm just kidding. This is so good. Oh,
It's
it's
warm.
hot.
We'll hold off on that a few seconds.
So you can blow it here. I'm gonna
Yeah,
blow
yeah.
it.
I could put the whole fork in the freezer for a few minutes.
So it's hot. I'm gonna call it hot potato. It's
Yeah,
so
the hot potatoes. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Here, catch one.
ooh, that's good.
Well, it smells really good. Yeah.
If I don't say so myself. Oh, that's
Too
so
late,
good.
we did.
I love it. Love it. I'm gonna do a little golden potato.
Okay, so it's burning
Oh
my hand.
man, this is good. So I don't know if you noticed, even you. Oh, it's too
Good
hot
catch,
to
huh?
taste.
Yeah, I'm
See,
just
it
juggling
looks
potatoes here.
So I don't know if you noticed the Oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm gonna move this so we don't. Oh, I'm just kidding. So purpose of the sweet potato too, it adds the sweetness to the other, yummy, to the other
I'm gonna wash
the
my
other
hand now.
potatoes. Oh, okay. And then the yellow potato adds different textures, and they all have different textures. I love the skin on these smaller potatoes. So of course you can
Yeah.
use regular potatoes, but these.
Yeah, those yellows are really soft, and I don't. Yeah,
Ooh,
I really like that.
that's really
I'm
good.
going for red next. Okay, we're saving the sweet ones for later.
Another thing is, don't use just butter, but add a little olive oil. So it adds a little different. It crisps it up to me, not to be just gooey. With the butter, it tends to be more like soggy and gooey. I wish you guys could sit here and just smell this. So good.
It's hot,
Okay.
but
Thumbs
it's
up?
good. Yeah.
Thumbs up? You
Yeah,
like it?
definitely thumbs
You're gonna
up.
make this at home? Oh,
Well,
Well, you
we'll
want-
have
you
to
don't
have the
wanna
show
go-
at home, and we can then.
yeah.
Here, daughter,
But
make
you know,
these for
I
me.
think I think the thyme and the rosemary really add a lot. So there's a sweet potato. Okay, you guys, go make this. Yummy, 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 yummy.
Are we done already?
Easy. Yeah, we're done.
Wow.
What
pretty
you
good.
doing?
Cool. Maybe I'll come back again. Yeah.
Aren't you guys? You know, you guys are sick of seeing us. We're trying to end the show, and then I keep going, and I'm learning to not do that.
Even the sweet ones are very tasty, very smooth, very thin, very soft.
So good.
Yeah, yeah.
This is so good with chicken or.
Oh yes.
Okay, you guys, happy cooking. Go make us a home. Thank you for coming.